Shalom, Maki. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who teach and rule well. And salutations to all the Akim, all four corners of earth who's pushing this truth and sincerity. Shalom, Maki. I want to get into this food stamp crisis thing we have going on right now. Government shutdown, and he's taking his aid with him, you know, and because of our women, the nigga women speaking about, you Israelite women are always on these damn social media platforms. You are the face now of the food stamp kingdom, so to speak. But when actual numbers come out and actual truth comes out, some truth, because I don't see Esau on here. Esau is farther down the list. I couldn't get a picture of the whole list. I got a picture at the top. But yeah, here we go. Look at the Afghan. Look at Ham. We got Ishmael again on that list. And when you think about it, so I say, well, what the hell they got going on in Afghanistan? They ain't got nothing. That's the rugged land over there. So of course they come to America and able to get the food stamps and the good wick and all that good stuff. And then they also have these stores. They also have the stores in the hood. Ishmael runs those stores in the hoods. They run your little pizza puff spots where you go get your pizza puffs, or where you go get your hot bag of Cheetos. They got all that for you, in the hood. They're able to come in the hood and move around. Elam is another one that could do that too as well, And they could come to the hood, move around, open their store at certain times, close it down when they want to, and no problem. Let Jake do that. They niggas is plotting all through the store. But that's part of the curses, man. But anyways, I just wanted to this picture, this image, just showing, while the media is portraying the nigga woman, because once again, she's putting her foot in her mouth by actually going on the social media platforms, and keep on making herself look like a fool, Big Shirley, But it's all the Lord is doing at the end of the day, man. The Lord is putting the spirit into Donald Trump to do these things, man. This is another reason why I believe that the National Guard and these different federal troops are in these different cities, because he's planning to do different things, and he's going to need, in order to quell that unrest, he's going to have soldiers in them areas. But yeah, they got these food shortages and food stamp shortages. They're spitting up the numbers of people who are on these food stamps, and I'm like, wow, millions and millions of people in America. But once again, this Lord's doing. This is Psalm 107 and 34. A fruitful land into bareness. Because at one point, this land, America, was very fruitful with the things, We were talking about this on the line not too long ago, how at one point you had independent farmers. Think about America now, it's all by corporations. All your farms are corporate. They kicked out the independent farmer on purpose. This is why still to this day you hear about these animals getting killed at these different farms for having A1, B1 flus and shit like that. That's just the reason. That's just the reason for them to go ahead and kill all your animals, so you don't have any money to sell anything, man. Because they want you to be come to the government for everything, man. This is Psalms 107:34. A fruitful land into bareness, for the wickedness of them that dwell therein. And America is a very wicked place, man. So this is part of the Lord judging this place, man. He's bringing judgment into America, man, by different ways, whether it be by famine, by civil unrest, And ultimately, we know that the civil unrest is going to lead to, civil war, and it's going to be from the inside out being destroyed, so to speak. This is Luke 21:11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven, man. And so we're seeing the earthquakes. We always bring these things out because these are the things that are showing to us and how we know the times we're in, man. So yeah, these famines are in the scriptures, man. This pestilence is in the scriptures, man. Because one thing about our people, they don't read, man. They just think the scriptures is all about happiness. But here it is, we're the things that we're going through right now, the scriptures are telling us about these things, man. Food hunger, scarcity of food, These are the things we're going through. They're thinking about Thanksgiving Day and Christmas coming up, Well, shit, you got to make it there first, We got a few weeks before the holidays, Thanksgiving Day comes around. But people are crying about because they can't even eat from day to day. And mind you, once again, that Thanksgiving Day is the day that Jake gets as much food as possible because he ain't about to eat like that ever, for the rest of the year until it rolls around again. You know, Jake eats bullshit. They eat McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell. They don't eat good stuff like you're supposed to. The greens, your salads and shit like that. They don't eat that. Our people are sick, man. But yeah, these things, the Lord required, these things, to happen to Babylon, man. To America, and the punishment for Babylon is ultimately destruction, man. So we're in the beginning phases of this place, man. This is Luke 23:31. For if they do these things in a green tree, what shall be done in the dry? So we're telling you about the different civil wars and things that are going to happen. And so right now you can still go to stores. The grocery stores are still popping. Even though prices of things have went up and they got something called shrinkflation, but you can still go in there and buy. Certain times of the night and certain times of the day. But what's going to happen once this shutdown happens? We're in November, push it until January or February, when people really get hungry. You got these food banks that are saying we don't have any more food on our shelves, man. They are already giving out food from the grocery stores that was already outdated, and it gets to you. You probably got to cook it that day. If not, this goes to stink up your house, I used to deal with those little food bank things, but and they give you little pork products, so you got to throw them out, and you got to tell them automatically don't give you that. The milk they give you, what I'm saying? Once, like I'm telling you, it's spoiled milk, or either the day of that they give it to you is getting ready to expire. Once in a blue moon, you got a good box with some good food in, and so that was from those food storages, and that was years ago. So I can imagine what it's looking like now. Yeah, so these people are in for a rude awakening. They're banking on these holidays. They're banking on, Egypt to help them somehow, some way. That's all that's been on these different social medias and things. It's just Big Shirley's and different ones come to the government's supposed to pay. You taxpayers are supposed to pay. I need the government to step in. Man, our people are always calling on the Egyptians. They're always calling on the Egyptians, man. And this is why he didn't put the National Guard in for you, because he knew you was going to cut up. He knew you was going to act a donkey once he cut off his services. Test run, The government always does test runs on our people, man. He did it with the jump shot, and y'all fell for it. I'm not going to be the one that's not healthy. Let me go ahead and take this and get this. My people are sick, This is Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. And that's another thing. You have to know the Lord's name. Because all you call on Jesus, you're going to be in trouble in them times, man. Just flat out, plain and simple. Because right now, you have comedians making fun of us. You have rappers rapping about us. We're even on Pornhub, Some sick wacko put us on Pornhub, which is okay because it probably stopped somebody from doing something, But at the end of the day, the point is that you can't not say that this message is not out there. You cannot say that the prophets are not out there, man. So in these times where you got food shortages, pestilence, different kill-offs of different animals, and it's all done by the government, because why? Because it's order out of chaos at the end of the day, And this is something that regular church people can't gravitate towards, man. Because you believe in your heart of hearts that the government is for you, You believe that Esau is for you. Your father is for you. Your daddy is for you, Well, he's been trying to kill you for some time with either the food, the music, You can't even breathe simple air anymore, man. You know how many metals are in the air? I just got over this little sickness, and now I'm sick back again. This is crazy because of the air we breathing in, the food we eating. It ain't nothing healing us, man. Isaiah 55:7. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him, and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon, man. So it's all about the Lord imparting us, man. We are wicked, sick people, man. You know, speaking to you Israelites, man. First and foremost, man, because you want to squander in these wicked ways that America's giving you. You believe in your heart that these things are going to help you and they're going to be good for you. That's why, once again, it led you to taking that jump shot, man. You know, trusting in this evil, wicked system, man. And look at the food stamp chart right here. You know, who's the number one people, man? While they got, once again, all on social media, you got Big Shirley just showing her face and showing how she's stealing from the stores and everything, and our people aren't even the top recipients of it. So we've been told lies after lie after lie, but the truth is right here in these scriptures, man. You know, and the prophets have the truth. With that being said, I hope this is edifying. Shalom, Makim.